Oh my God, that's disgusting.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. So the first item up surprised me, not because it was on the list, but because it dominated the list. Seriously, gents, I did a lot of research on everyone's favorite snarky website, Reddit. And the detail that popped up more than any other that men are totally oblivious to, but women notice? Strong, clean hands with well taken care of nails. Specifically, this is what they said. Mrs. J. Baxter, I always look to see if they have clean fingernails. Another random Redditor chimed in, and cut fingernails. I have a horror story from college when this went wrong. And the ladies kept piling on this. This is such a major thing for me. It's hard to look past dirty hands. I also found a whole subsection on feet. And no, for those of you with a fetish, I'm not talking about wiki feet. No, we're talking about the horror stories, the guys that don't pay any attention to foot maintenance. In fact, this Redditor was pretty clear how important good foot hygiene is to her. I won't have sex with a guy who has disgusting feet, and I won't tell him why either. You know, think it back, this explains a lot. Now, let me be clear. I'm not saying you got to have perfectly manicured hands. In fact, the majority of the women said, hey, I want a guy that just looks like he works with his hands, has tough, strong hands. At the same time, they want them to be clean. They want you to take care of your nails. Now, some of you guys may be saying, Antonio, it sounds like too much work. Or, I bite my nails. How can I stop that? Well, consider going and getting a manicure. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Antonio, did you just say a manicure? Yes, I did. In fact, I'm stealing the manicure trick from best-selling author James Clear. He talked about in his book, Atomic Habits, how he used to chew his nails until he started getting manicures. Then he realized he had mindfulness awareness of, I'm spending all this money to have nice nails. You bet I'm no longer going to chew on them. Another tactic that works for some is thinking about all the bacteria on your fingers and how chewing your nails can get you sick. My point here, take care of your hands. The ladies notice. Next up on the list, your vocabulary. In fact, Pink Anime 27 had this to say about it. I like a man with a good vocabulary. Proper and thought out sentences with great word choice is incredibly sexy. However, using the same adjectives too often is a big turnoff for me. Now, Reddit user Synonymous Anonymous replied to her saying this, hey girl, so I hear that you like verbose, eloquent men. I can insurance you that I study thesauruses with such ferocity that it entrances the most demanding of the feminine Homo sapiens. My verbose vernacular is copious to say the least. Are you not enthralled, my lady? I think that example goes to show there is such a thing as too much. Now, when it comes to a person's vocabulary, the average adult has access to between 20,000 and over 40,000 words, really depending on what they've been exposed to and their education. The easiest way to increase your vocabulary? Be a curious person. Be someone that seeks out knowledge. And I'm not saying you gotta go out there and read tons of books. That will help though. But be someone that looks for new experiences. As a person learning new things, you naturally pick up the new vernacular that's associated with the skill set you're acquiring. The next thing women notice a lot of guys are oblivious to, real confidence. And when I say confidence, I'm not talking about being cocky. I'm not talking about having a big ego. I'm not talking about being arrogant. What I'm talking about is the strength to know that you can handle any situation thrown at you. Now, one of the keys to being confident is to not only understand your strengths, but to understand your weaknesses. So the question is, are you confident in the bedroom? The reality is, gents, that 52% of men at some point in their lives are going to deal with erectile dysfunction. And if this happens to you, how are you going to deal with it? Are you going to make up excuses by saying you're tired, you've lost your mojo, not tonight? Or are you going to take action and deal with this problem at its source? Gents, you need to check out Roman, the sponsor of today's video. They make it easy for you to be able to deal with erectile dysfunction or premature ejaculation easily by providing you a one-stop shop where licensed U.S. healthcare professionals can treat ED and PE online. Gents, the process is simple. First, go to getroman.com/RMRS. You'll then receive your diagnosis, and then you'll have genuine medication delivered right to your door in discreet, unmarked packaging. You get free 2-day shipping, and you can reach out to a healthcare professional in the Roman network whenever you need. Seriously, gents, a great company making it easy to deal with ED from the comfort of your own home. To get started, gents, go to getroman.com/RMRS for a free online visit, and if approved, you'll get $15 off your first order of ED treatment plus free 2-day shipping. Again, that's getroman.com/RMRS. The next thing the ladies notice that we apparently are oblivious to, how many times we interrupt them. Now, I'm not saying this is you, because you're perfect. But I will admit that I've been that guy. I've just got something to say. I want to jump in there and I start talking over people. And I do find that I am pretty bad about this with the women that are close to me, the women that I know well. And this really depends on the crowd, because I've been around a bunch of guys that we're just doing this to each other. We know this, and this is how you get your words in. Now, talking about this points and the other ones in this video begs the question, if you're oblivious to something you're doing that other people don't like, or maybe they do like, how can you actually find out what you're doing and their thoughts? One of the best ways I find is simply to ask people. Ask them in the right way, but hey, are there things I do that annoy you? I'm just curious. I'd like to know. I'd like to get better. Not all of us have somebody that's going to stop us and say, hey, you interrupt a lot of people and you need to stop. I care about you. I want you to get better and succeed in life. No, sometimes you have somebody like that, but majority of the time, you've got to be self-aware and conscious enough of what's going on around you to maybe inquire about that information. And once you find that out, take action on it. In my case, it was my wife pointing this out over a decade ago and me realizing, you know what? You're right. I got to be careful about this. I just need to do a better job of listening to others and not jumping in because I have smart things to say. Now, this next one's a positive one, and I'm happy the ladies pick up on it, and that is when we're laughing. And they didn't really focus in on any particular type, although a lot of women did say they like that unapologetic, deep, hearty laugh in which you're just not afraid to be happy and to laugh in front of others. They talked about the smile. They talked about, the wrinkles around the eyes. They just find it attractive when a man is in a positive mood and he's just jovial. He's just fun. He's just somebody that people want to be around. Now, gents, if you're enjoying today's video, do me a favor. Smash that like button. By hitting that like button, you let the algorithm know, hey, this video matters. It's a good one. I should share it with more people here on YouTube. And that's a virtuous cycle that more men find our videos, they start dressing better, and boom, we create a better world. Seriously, more men dress better, had good manners. That'd be a step in the right direction, right? Oh, apparently they catch us smelling our armpits. I didn't realize this was such an issue till I talked to my wife, and yes, I do it as well. I don't know, maybe it's just a guy thing. I'd like to know, do they want us to not do this? Because I always think I'm looking out for somebody. If I want to put my arm around one of my daughters or around my wife, I simply want to make sure I'm not going to stink out the house. Now, with this next one, I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's good. I just simply think it's the way it is, and it's something that apparently all the ladies notice we are oblivious to, and that is adjusting ourselves. Now, the reality is we've got anatomy that sometimes does need to be adjusted. And you're in public, you're walking around, and what are you going to do? Yeah, you're just going to drop into a squat, you're going to do a side step. Sometimes, yes, you will just reach your hands down there and take care of business. Apparently, though, the ladies don't understand this. And my response to this is you never will, because you just don't have the parts. I mean, I'm not going to question a woman if she has to adjust her bra. And speaking of the chest area, apparently they notice when we're checking them out. Yes, Mike, we're talking about you.
You're right. I do.
Now, my thoughts on this is it is what it is. Don't gawk. Don't stare. Be discreet. Leverage the power of sunglasses. Use your peripheral vision. And if caught, well, try to escape with a smile. I think this Redditor had the right attitude when he said, hey, I'm just looking into your heart, but the boobs are in the way. Not my problem. Now, this next one may make you feel a bit objectified, or head to the gym to spend more time on your squats. And that is apparently the ladies pay attention to our butts. Apparently, they like the round shape and they love it when it's wrapped in a great looking pair of jeans or trousers. Now, personally, I got no issue with this. And if you want a better looking butt, one of the things that could help you is to actually wear jeans that fit. Wear pants that fit your body. Most guys are wearing jeans that are too large. Consider sizing down one, or try a different brand which actually works better with your body build. Next up on the list, eyebrows. Apparently, you don't want to have a unibrow. And I get it. It looks like you're scowling, like you're mad all the time. And unless you're Anthony Davis or it's your trademark look, I would avoid it. Now, do you need to go and clean that up yourself? I would say bit by bit, maybe get rid of some of the stray hairs there. Now, some of you guys may be saying, I don't know how to clean up my eyebrows. Well, talk to your barber, talk to your stylist. It's something that they can actually take care of very easily for you. That being said, I'm not saying you want to go out there and shape your eyebrows. Let's not be going crazy here. All right, Jen, so what do you think so far? Did I miss something? What would you have added to this video to make it better? Let me know in the comments below. So, what video to watch next? Gents, I got a good one for you right here. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Mystery video. Now, it is going to be safe for work. I'm not going to rickroll you. It is going to be an older arm rest video that is really solid. So, find out what it is by clicking the video right here. Magic will happen. You'll click this video and you will go to another one.